Hi, hello. It's your boy Imbex, and I'm here to just give you some tips on the first Ascendant. Pretty much know there's a lot of people that have been hard stuck with the Devourer, with the Dead Bride, with trying to level up, with trying to reach Mastery rank. I have at least about 60 hours in this game in the span of 4 days. So I spent a lot of time. I'm level 60, pretty high in level and stuff like that. Just wanted to go over some things that'll definitely help you guys out to level up faster and get through things. So, first and foremost, with the weapons that you get, now, for those who've been playing the First Ascendant, you know whenever you take a weapon and you try to put another weapon that's stronger into this weapon, that it will not boost the DPS. What it does is it boosts the firearm attack. And so, you can't take a AR with general rounds and then take a shotgun that has 71,000 special ammo and slap that into a general round. It doesn't work like that, no. But what you can do is take a weapon that's a higher level like this one, slapping this, make us 56 to 57, and that will boost the attack damage by a little bit, not by a big margin. So for this level 56, for example, if you have like a level 50, you always want to shoot for 5 more levels above that and then do the transgression. Because, for example, if I was to do 56 to 57, I would probably get like 100 firearm attack damage. It's not that big of a boost, but that's where the mods come into play. And mind you, before I show you my mods, I did unlock a special item. I'll go and take a look and see if I could find it possibly. It's a special conductor that gives you extra storage space for more modules, but really what you need is the less the better. So I have the target detection at max, rifling reinforcement, 23. I just beef up the firearm attack and crit damage. Crit, firearm, crit, firearm. I don't have, as you notice, I don't have any kind of special like fire, chill, none of that. I do have chill priority and better insight, but the only reason that I have these is with the colossi. When you're fighting colossi, they have certain weaknesses, and so it's best to get something like, so for example, you need electric priority. You got to beef this up in order to kill the colossi devourer in order to get past him. You could get bunny, and then you could use bunny with electric priority onto your main weapon and then do even more electric damage. But bunny is squishy, so I didn't use her. So I just use electric priority, but it's good for when you have to fight colossi who are weak against electricity damage. But mind you, I've had these same mods for the duration of since I started this game, and I just keep on beefing them up. Now you're wondering, so you're trying to beef them up. So as you progress further in the game, you can dismantle mods, you can combine mods. Combining mods, always a letdown every time. I don't understand why they don't work correctly for me. Maybe I'm doing it wrong. But if you could find 4 to 6 different mods and just keep beefing them up, then you're good. And then you get Kuniper shards from different levels and everything. But
Hey there. What can I help you with?
so far I have 13,000 with 8,000 gold, 8 million gold, sorry. But yeah, if you just disarm them, you'll get more Kuniper shards. Kuniper shards, the further you go, the more expensive they are. This is 40,000 just to get it at max level. But you're wondering, how do you get more gold? How do you get more Kuniper shards? How do you get more mods, more weapons? Well, that's super simple. You could do the story missions. They don't give you a lot. They just give you random rolls. But if you really want to get the good stuff, what you want to do is first progress enough through the story to unlock more of the map, and then take your booty on over to the Spec Ops table. Now, why is the Spec Ops table so beneficial? Well, because when you play with other people who are doing the same Spec Ops mission, the experience, the gold, the Kuniper shards that you find, they're all shared amongst the party. So if you're a level let's see, if you were to go to Kingston and play like a Spec Ops mission there, it ranges around from like 5 to level 8 enemies. But if you're there with a level 40 like me, and they're just knocking down those level 8s and level 20s, then you can get more gold and stuff like that. So you have a chance to get this. You have a chance to get shape stabilizer form, which you need to, unlock the amorphous material without having to fight the colossi. But most of the time you're gonna get gold. But for example, if we were to party up and I play with you on Spec Ops, we can go from 7 to 10 to 14. That's when it gets really hard. But in the midst of that, you might get shape stabilizer form and amorphous material, or more than likely gold. But also at the same time, you will also get a boost to your mastery rank. Why is your mastery rank so important? Well, it's important because the more you level up in your mastery rank, the more capacity, slots, and stuff you can use for your consumable inventories, your weapon modules, your descendant modules, and the more, yeah, and the more you do that, the beefier you get. So just do spec ops, fight your colossi, do your story missions, dismantle modules, enhance modules, and that's pretty much the loop to do. I mean, but you can also get the material to upgrade your modules by, I believe on PlayStation and Xbox, you have to press, I think it was X or something like that, to select them for junk. So what I'll do is I will get these, right? When you break them down, you get these different kind of things that you need. What are these for exactly? Liquid metal will get you the before I tell you what liquid metal does. So when you progress through the story, you progress through spec ops and get different loot, then you will get these things called reactors. What are reactors? They boost up your skill power. So if you can get liquid metal, you could then get ion accelerators to then go to the workbench to then upgrade your reactors that you like so much, and you can make them at a higher level without having to do higher level missions. Same thing with super alloy, where you can get super alloy, you can get the little ions, and you can upgrade your weapon, doing weapon transgressions to upgrade your weapon attack to make your weapons even stronger, if that makes sense. So break down everything you get, go over to the research lady, and then get your enhancement parts for your weapons and your descendants. Now, when it comes to being like, when it comes to descendant modules, I watched somebody else do this, and it absolutely just, I can carry any mission at this point. So the thing about this game that I hate the most is that the shields are trash. Your shield is always going to go down no matter how much shield, max shield you have. I'll get into that in a second. But if you have more HP and defense, you'll last longer. So I have amplification control, which increases my max shield 24.1%. So I have more shield to use. It's still gonna go down regardless because you can't make your shield stronger. You can get more shield, but the crit damage you receive, you'll have to find a mod for that. But that's why I increased the defense and the HP damn near so high, so I can just walk through so much. And then all attribute resistance. If you get polygenic antibody, this is also good for fighting enemies that have fire, thunder, lightning, all kinds of stuff that can affect you so bad. So this is all forms of defense you can have. I mean, you could increase your attack by using the other ones. I might throw in regeneration boosts every now and then, just in case I need it, because it increases my HP. But yeah, other than that, that's what I have on my descendants, no matter who I have. When it comes to, also people get stuck on mastery rank when they reach the level 10, I believe, because they still have that one descendant that they're just using as their main. So in order to increase your mastery rank to then get more modules and get more equipment and get more weapons, is you have to unlock another descendant or buy another descendant. So the gameplay loop when it comes to this is you level up one, unlock another, level up another, unlock another, level up another. You can level up your descendants one by one insanely fast by doing spec ops and infiltration missions and a little bit of the story missions, but spec ops is where it's at. So I have 3. I don't even use 3, I just use the 1. And that's really all I ever do in here. So I can literally just cakewalk through any kind of mission. So as far as the Colossi goes,
the space-time fabric of the void is extremely illogical.
It's good to have a main descendant, but Colossi all, like I said before, have their weaknesses. So Dead Bride, a lot of people are stuck on Dead Bride because she's a level 44. You max out at level 40. Your gear can still continue to level up even though you're level 40. But she's weak against she's very weak against fire, so that's why it was easier for me. So when it comes to fire, you want to definitely focus on your descendants attributes. What are descendants attributes and how do you find them? So you'll find them up here.
What's my role?
He's fire.
Cook.
And also when you hover over them.
It's just wiping them all out.
So when you hover over the active skills, you'll see what kind of elemental damage that they do. So I thought Lepic was non-attribute, but he's actually a firefighter. And also with Blair, he's fire. With her, electricity. So once you pick that descendant that you need, then you could just boost up their skill power, make them strong enough to then fight against them, and then you could just level up. Colossi, you don't get much experience from beating Colossi. What you get is loot that you would not really usually get, and you would also be able to unlock the anamorphous material that you receive. So, I mean, you could do the anamorphous material, but it's a gamble. You won't always get what you're looking for. You could spend money on the resources, or you could just progress through the story long enough to get to the White Gulch to go and do the missions over and over and over again to then unlock more, because the White Gulch is where all the it's pretty much the turning point of the story, because so far the White Knight Gulch open, but then I want to unlock Hagios and Fortress, but most of the resources that you're going to need to unlock Descendants is on the White Knight Gulch, so that's where most people who reach level 40 and beyond go. Now, that's really about it. That's all I have about this game. I mean, I've been grinding it for hours on end, and so far I found that the shotguns are the strongest. Your ultimate weapon, never dismantle your ultimate weapon. I have about 3 ultimate weapons. Yeah, 4 ultimate weapons. So about 4 of them unlocked already. How do you unlock ultimate weapons? Luck of the draw. Most of this is RNG, just like Warframe. But if you could just keep the same weapons, because they also have something called a proficiency experience meter, which means as long as you use it, this thing on the bottom right here in orange, it says proficiency level 40. As long as you keep using the same weapon, that weapon will also still get stronger. So it doesn't mean you always have to keep leveling up through the story to find the next part of the story that you need to do in order to get stronger weapons. You can just keep the same gear, keep beefing it, and keep beefing it, and keep beefing it, and beefing yourself, and also beefing your modules. And you could never honestly swap weapons ever. I haven't swapped weapons in 2 days. This is the same build that I have. So hopefully that helps you out. That's really about it. Just like upgrade your reactors. You can't upgrade your external components. Upgrade your modules. Keep a small amount of modules, because most of them are trash, honestly. Special round storage is good if you need more special rounds. You know what I mean? But you got to look out for some things like weak point aiming, which is something I beat up in the beginning. Accuracy +8, weak point damage +2. It's not really a good thing to go for, because what you need is crit damage, firearm attack, rounds per magazine. That's it. That's all you really need, and maybe a little bit of less recoil. But other than that, that's all you need. And then you just keep shooting them in the head. You're Gucci. You're fine. So yeah. Other than that, I didn't pay for any of my weapons. Only thing I paid for was just the Descendant and the skin. That was like $10. It wasn't too expensive, and I just been ranking up ever since. So Spec Ops, beef up your weapons, beef up your modules, beef up your reactor, continue through the story, and hopefully you find people that are good enough to help you with the Colossi, because you can't solo Colossi all the time unless you're going to grind the same missions at the same areas until you get your Descendant to be godlike in an early stage of the game. Hopefully this helps you out with understanding pretty much what you got to do in a summarized form of what you need to focus on, what to look out for. The last little bit of information I can give is anywhere you see a resource box, anywhere you see a munitions bin, open them, because they also have hidden resources that you'll need to craft more material in order to unlock more weapons and more Descendants. It's a grind, but after one day I spent 15 hours and still didn't unlock anything significant, I can honestly say it's a damn grind. So good luck out there, Descendants, and I'll see you next time.